everybody, and welcome to another live stream. That's right. I am sorry about the last one with the Witcher. There, didn't realize that the boost on my microphone was not that high. So, with that in mind, though, we got this one going on. This one is about this right here. Boom, the new Mech Lab. That's right. So, what is the new Mech Lab doing? Well, basically, the way it's set up is, as you see it here now, you can actually see the mechs specifically that you have. This is dynamic. So, you actually, whatever your mech is, like on the right here, for example, you actually will see it on the left. It has to update for the very first time. So it loaded everything default-wise. So you do have to go in and modify it and change it. For example, you'll see here that my Enforcer 4R, it has, in the picture, well, I've got two large lasers on it and an autocannon, but it has one laser there and another one in the chest. This one, you'll see that the colors are all different. This one as well, the colors are all different. So, whenever you have to do is you have to go into one of these guys first and basically save it, or make a modification and then save it. So we'll do that in a minute. But what is in the new Mech Lab? Well, first things first. Welcome to the live stream. Today we're going to be doing a full patch review and a review of this right here, the new Mech Lab, and a few other new tweaks as well. So, first things first. The new Mech Lab, what does it do? Well, we'll go through the options first. Here are all the options here, along the very top. I don't think you can see my mouse. You can't see my mouse. Give me 1 second here. Enable cursor, yeah. Apply. What now? No. Still can't see my cursor. I don't know why you can't see my mouse for some reason. Enable cursor. Apply. Going to Verbit screens right now. Advanced. Interesting. You can see it on other games, but that you cannot see it on this one. It's on. That's very strange. Well, I have to put up my, so I'll click on things at least. So you'll see up here in the top left, we've got the show all, expand all, and collapse all options. Now, one thing that you can do when it comes to all these is just do that. It'll show everything here and here. It basically, it's kind of like an auto default here. It defaults automatically to mediums because that's what I had open earlier. You can expand all, so it expands and opens everything, or collapse it all, so basically makes it smaller. Show all means it shows everything: Inner Sphere, Clan, Trial, and not Trial. Which brings me to this one. This here is the faction alignment filter button. You can filter by Inner Sphere only, Clan only, or both. And then same with the trials. You can do trial only, owned only, or both. To be honest with you, most people are really kind of owned and both. Now, you can also sort it by chassis or class. So for example, if we want to do the chassis of all the clan mechs I have that I own, there you go, boom, 3 and 3. If I want to do just the Inner Sphere ones, this is kind of like how it used to be. Yeah, almost the exact same. You know, all these filter options, instead of it being those big 6 buttons earlier. And you'll notice, as I said, none of these pictures are updated as of yet, right? I mean, that one is, I never touched it. But to change the dynamic pictures, you had to go in and save your mech first. So we're going to do that next. Here's all the little things, you know, you can sort by specific chassis here, champions or heroes. So, with that in mind, I will mention, make sure you see what buttons you have pressed here, because a couple times I've kind of goofed up on myself here. And I'd say, for example, assault setup, and I hit champion, and I was trying to look for my my Kentaro, and I couldn't find it. So, well, might as well go with this guy, the guy I play with the most. My awesome. So you'll see, the pictures don't match, the weapon load doesn't match, nothing matches when it comes to the looks versus what's over here. Oh, I almost forgot. The mech stats here. You can actually click this, and boom! It shows up. This is your hard points. You can actually minimize and maximize these things as well. That is generic. So if you close it on one, it's closed on all of them. Just so you know, okay? So this will show you all your hard points, and everything's open by default. And it shows you your modules right down here. It shows you what armaments you have down here. It also shows you your hard points and where they are. So it tells you we have 2 missile options here, which we do. We have one laser option there, one there, EMS, because it shows you the colors there, and a missile there, and a large energy slot there also. So it actually, if you hover over it, it tells you what can go in there in the colors. When you hover over it, it actually tells you what's in there. It's a nice little feature. That's very good, actually. That I really like. I've been wanting to see that. The next thing you see is your mech modules on the left, and your other stuff here on the right. Here's the quirks as well. They've kind of broken that down a little bit better, and then the graphs, showing your torso twists and speeds, and your acceleration and deceleration, and all that stuff down there. Obviously, this one right here, which I'm trying to kind of give you an epileptic seizure on here, is the main one. That's the one everyone wants to see, right? That's the one that people want to, they can do a quick jump and then look down the modules, or even boom. My theory is I'm going to have them all closed, because that way at a quick glance I can click a mech and go, well, I'm just looking for the modules, right? And you're just quickly going over them. So boom, no more modules equipped, boom, no modules, boom, next one, no modules, boom, next one, no modules. So that's it. Now, one thing I do not believe that they did, so you can select the mech and you can select the loadout. Basically, this defaults you automatically to the mech lab, but it doesn't put you in the mech lab, which is kind of weird. Like, this basically puts you in the mech lab from this screen. So they've made the mech lab defunct, basically, by doing this. You don't need to go in the mech lab anymore. It's pretty much the home button, and everything you're doing is from the home button now. Click back, boom, there's your mech. Select your mech. There, you can change the loadout, whatever. There are future changes. Apparently, they are going to be changing the option where you can change your drop deck from this screen as well. That'll be very, very something that I really, really want. Apparently, the store was not modified in any sort of way, other than like this. So it wasn't really changed the same way. It's the filtering options are still on the left, as you can see here. Skill trees, all that have been stayed the same. Mech lab still stays the same. The only difference is you can now access the mech lab by clicking on a mech. I'm going to sneeze. I do apologize. Live options, everybody. Ow, that kind of hurt. Okay, so dynamic. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to update your dynamic picture. So see my awesome here doesn't match this one. So we're going to go into loadout. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to drag one thing off and put one thing back on. So for example, we're going to go down right here with an armor, and then back. Oh, we're going to go down here just with one armor off. We're going to go OK. Then we're going to go back in the mech lab, add that armor back on. We're going to save it. This is the only thing I don't like, is that it doesn't update at their end. We're going to select mech, and boom, there we go. It has now been updated for us properly. From what I understand is the angle of your mech doesn't do anything. I wanted to have them all my mechs backwards, just for shits and giggles. So we're going to go back in the mech lab, add that armor back on. We're going to go back in the mech lab, but it won't, sadly, do that. So, with that in mind, though, we're going to go into the overall patch changes and stuff like that. Some of the stuff I haven't seen. Apparently, this is supposed to show you here when you go to play now. This is supposed to show you your ping below where it says Skirmish and Oceanic. It's supposed to show it there, but it's not. But yeah, so I'm going to do a little bit of reading here. I do apologize. So the first things first, obviously, is the new updated champion mechs. They've updated a whole bunch of them, weapons-wise, so we'll go into those real quick here. Mech Lab, Select Mech. We're going to go to Trials. All. So the first one here is the Banshee. We'll look at that. Yeah. So the Banshee here, you'll see it was changed with the 3 large pulse and the 3 medium pulse. Pretty much every mech you see, actually we're going to go to expand all. Haha. Oh, that's a horrible thing. We'll go both? No. Trial all. Wait, are there no clan trials now? They're all Inner Sphere trial mechs. No way. Oh, because Hero and Champion were clicked off. Okay. Here we go. Expand all. So, right now the Inner Spheres champions were the ones that were tweaked for trials, for example. So the Griffin here. The Banshee. The Quick Draw. What did they do with the Quick Draw? I was playing with it earlier. Oh yeah, what are those? Hello. Four medium lasers and 2 Artemis. Nice, okay. What does the Raven come with? Because I have one of these. Interesting. 2 ER large lasers. Did they change the quirks for them too? They did, okay. So, quick note. For those of you who have any of these champion mechs, they have changed the quirks. So I would advise you to look at them. Wow, okay, I did not expect that. I got 3 small pulse and 2 SRM4. So now... So yeah, so they did modify the quirks for these guys as well. So just for a quick note, so they changed the Thunderbolt, the Spider, actually all the Inner Sphere champion mechs have been modified. There are 2 new champion mechs. We'll go into the store here. First one is the Enforcer 4RC, which is right here. Which, I'm trying to figure out what the difference between the 4R and the 4RC is, to be honest with you. I think it's just the engine. Actually, let's do this. Let's view it in the mech lab, shall we? It has a AC-10 and a 255 engine. If we go to our mech lab here, we go, well, we have the 5D as a champion. Let's go medium, turn champions off, Enforcer, 4R. So it has a 255 engine in it. We have a 200 engine. It is an AC-10. Oh, we have an Ultra 5, okay. That's interesting. We have the 2 large lasers and all that. Okay, so basically what we're doing is we were playing with the large laser module on this one, not so much the AC-10. Well, the new champion that they just released goes around medium lasers and the AC-10 because it goes around the so it's kind of one of these. Do you go with the large laser or do you go with the AC-10? You can probably keep It's kind of one of those things. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it also has less jump jets. The Enforcer 4R. Let's take a look here. Just be a second here. View Mech Lab. Yeah, you'll notice it has 1 ton of jump jets. And that's it. While the other guy we have has 4 tons of jump jets. So it's kind of one of those things where it's got 5 medium lasers. It looks like it's probably got a bit of a punch to it. But you know, I mean, if you already have resistance wave 1, I would say just modify your 4R just to fit with this, because it looks like it's got quite a bit of a wallop here. It's firepower of 35, but you only got 3 tons of ammo. So you're definitely going to have to rely late match, especially if you're playing community warfare, on those 4 medium lasers. For the regular 4R, I've got 3 tons of ammo, so I have 1 ton less of ammo. No, actually, no, I got 4 tons as well. But we got 2 large lasers, so we can hit people from far away, then we use the ultra up close. And we got 4 tons of jump jets, so we can jump around a lot more. So we can jump more, we can jump higher and faster, it can jump lower and slower. It's got more upfront punch. We've got more distance. We have 10 less energy, but we have a 1.46 heat management. I mean, so technically, if you so incline, you could dump a heatsink. Whoa. And 1 ton of ammo. Why can't I throw another large laser? How can I... Okay, how is it that I can put an ER large laser on this? Oh, I can swap out the ER large laser. Okay. But there you go. 2 medium lasers. Or, if you so incline, put the 2 large... Okay, that was kind of weird. Put the 2 large in the the left torso. If you're just going to hit people from far away, right? And then put 3 medium in the right. 0.6 of a ton. Now, you know what? Let's drop 2 tons of jump jets. We don't need all that jumpiness. Heatsink. And heatsink. Yeah. So 1.06 heat, 3 medium, 2 large, AC5. Technically, if we wanted to, AC5 is 8 tons, while the Easton's 10. If we took out the AC5, we'd have to use up... Yeah, see, it's also got a bigger engine, so it goes a little faster. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's... I wouldn't do it. I like my long-range punching. But, on the right side, in the process of doing that... Oh, that didn't save the... Oh, I was hoping it would change it. Well, that's the way I go, because of the quirks, right? I mean, you can use the AC-10, or you can use the large laser quirks. It's kind of one or the other in this case. You probably could use the AC-10, but you'd end up having less ammo and less jump jets. So you should probably trade off jump jets for ammo and throw an AC-10 on. The only catch is that you'll only be able to put 2 tons of ammo on. So it's not too bad. The new Timberwolf C is the newest champion as well. There we go, champion. Timberwolf. So this is the guy that I've been told is going to be extremely scary. He's already going 89.1 before any tweaks or modifications. Because of large pulse and medium lasers. Now here's the thing, right? Energy cooldown is -4. It's in the laser duration's -4. So the laser duration's already increased. So it's definitely one of those things where you can definitely play around a little bit with it. One of the builds I saw for it is to swap out this medium laser, throw the targeting computer, or yeah, sorry, I was wrong. Get that medium laser there. The right arm. Go right arm. Throw. Doesn't matter which one you throw the prime on there. Weapons. ER medium. ER medium. Clan double heatsink. Clan double heatsink. 1.08 heat management. And now you're getting a 61 alpha. You can definitely do a lot of damage with this new guy. To be honest with you, the main thing with this one is the engine. That's the only big plus. Other than the fact that the guy's also over 30 some odd dollars. So, it's one of those things. The next modification they made here for the next thing they did was the spectator tool for the patch. I will not be able to put any link or video in clicked in here, other than the fact that it looks pretty good. It's very reminiscent of the Halo, to be honest with you, the Halo spectator tool. It even is 360 compatible remote-wise, like controller-wise. That's something they did model it after the Halo one, because the Halo one is the epitome, is the creme de la creme, the highest one. It is the one that everyone wants to have and everyone wants to be when it comes to spectator tools. So it's very, very good. Let's see here. So to get into it, there's a couple catches. One, there's the usual catch-22 with private matches where the team leader on another team has to have premium time. No one else does, just those two. To also get into spectator mode, you have to have premium time as well. It's kind of funny. Basically, you have to pay for access to it, is basically what it is. So, yeah. So obviously, here's the new, Mech Select screen. That's the next big thing, as I already mentioned. They did the interactive paper doll on the right-hand side here, as I showed earlier, right down here. That allows you to highlight specific components and quickly view which weapons and stuff like that and where they are. We have a capsule tab, so also the tabs here. I'm just going to read it word for word the patch here, so you can actually minimize, maximize Zelcork's grass, all that stuff. The grass. One of the guys in my unit really pays attention to those. Then there's also the filtering options, the expand, all that stuff. We already went over that. The private matches and community warfare options are not yet available, but they are going to be. So you'll be able to put a private match option here. On the left, below, probably below all this stuff here, or here possibly. I would like it to see it right beside where it's mech bays, 71 out of 81. I'd like it to say drop deck, and then just have the 4 mechs up there maybe. Just shows you the picture, right? Because they really want to make it community warfare heavy, right? And then also, right now, it doesn't show what options or what items are in your... well, you have to go to a cockpit, and then you see what... actually, let's throw something on this guy. Let's go with can of pop. Do I have any hanging items? There we go, Merc stained. And let's go just with you. Save. Now this should also update the dynamic screen as well, for the record. That's why it takes so long when you go into a mech for the first time and you save. So now when we go to Mech Select, we go to Enforcer. Oh, come on. Okay, so the only way to do it then is through the Select Mech and to modify it in the thing. Now there is also the thing where you can hold over the mech and it still shows you what it is. Or you can just leave this like that, because it will change as you select the mech. So yes, that's the overall change with the select mech. Basically, they just kind of just modify what the other filtering tools look like, and they just tweak the little things. It's good. It's very, very cosmetic. I like it. especially with the dynamic picture. That way I can actually see the mech, look at it, recognize it, and go, that's the one I want right there. Especially with my, for example, my my community warfare mechs. They're all in actually this, with my mech here on the right here. They are actually all in that that paint scheme, the Canadian defensive pattern with Razalhite colors. So. So I like it. It's very, very good. They also added the Oceanic servers now as well, which is pretty good. It does say here in the options that the ping value and strength distributions will show up, but it's not showing up. Like, it just shows... It's supposed to show when you hover over below, it says reflects total percentage of queue players, whatever. Then right below that, or actually right instead where it says short times are for light mechs, it says North American 93, European 45, and Oceanic 25. That's actually supposed to be on the right of that, is then supposed to show my ping. So every X amount of milliseconds, usually 20 to 30 for North American. European, it'll show 100 probably. It's sitting at about 110, 120. Then Oceanic, I'll probably set at like 300, because they have one cable going to the entire island of Australia. That's right, I called you an island, because you're not a fucking continent. We're bigger than you, and we're a country. So, bug fixes. First things first. They updated the crosshair feedback behavior. The crosshair won't flash anymore. For the odd little frame here and there, which is pretty good. Crosshairs, if it does flash for any reason, it'll fade out a lot quicker. Multiple hits, it'll appear as distinct flashes more consistently. Wow, I couldn't pronounce consistently. So basically what happened is, if we go into the testing grounds here, just be a moment here. Current ping value will now be displayed through the in-game match. F9 says... Wait, F... Oh, nice. I can't show you, but if you look top left-hand corner where I hit F9, other than the fact that my ping's sitting at 30 bloody... Holy Christ. My pings right now is... it's 0, because I'm running all alone by myself. I'm probably running 30 frames because I'm streaming, so... Oh yeah, it does. You notice that the red, when I shoot the guy, it fades away just that little bit slower.
Destroyed.
I love that. I have to admit, it's the only thing I like about Davian.
Acquired.
Kill one more guy, and then we'll get back into the into the room. Let's go, Irby. Okay. That's my community warfare build for my Hunchback. So it's got lots of quirks. It's been maxed out skills wise. No, actually, no. It has not even been skilled out maximum yet. Mediums. So they updated it here when you go to your skill trees. They didn't do the filtering options either. I think they should, especially updating these things here. I think they should update this as well. But one thing at a time, right? One thing at a time. So, Hunchback. So I like the fact that these are upgraded, or updated. Apparently over time these will also reflect. Because if we go to the mech lab here, let's drop one thing of armor. Let's see if it updates everywhere. Update. We're going to save. Yes. We're going to select mech. We're going to go to our mediums. I'm going to go to owned only. Boom, there it is. Nice. Actually, we're gonna go and try something real quick. We're gonna have a face like that. Center torso. We're gonna drop one. We're gonna save it. Oh, it automatically defaults back to that other side. Up that. And we're gonna save it. Oh yeah, so it defaults back to that angle no matter what. Interesting, so it actually will save it, but it defaults itself back to that angle. No matter what. So there it is. Now, if we go to skills, it does not. So it keeps that default picture. So yeah, you'll see that these guys are not... Let's use that while I'm here. Wait, use that. Yeah, I don't want to use GXP. I've only got 20 GXP. But yeah, so with that in mind, actually, where are you sitting? I might do a little bit of a grinding session with these guys over the next little bit. We will have to see. But yeah, so that is the new change to the crosshair. Let's see what else we got here. Collision, as the collision changes that were rolled out, they've been reverted. Collision has caused leg damage and obstruction issues introduced in the 21st patch. So basically what happened is if I ran into a person behind me, or if someone ran in from behind into me, depending on your weight class, so you're a heavy, 100-ton heavy, or whatever, if someone runs into you and it's a light, they'll take damage. Most of the time it was to the legs and to the arms, so I guess people were complaining about that. They did their change, so they modified obviously the SFX to that. Your crimping value will now be in the F9. We're going to F9 actually right now. Ping 0, obviously. Frames are 44 though. That's probably because of the streaming. I'm gonna assume it's because of the streaming. Let's see what else here. The premium time requirements for private matches have been changed, obviously. One player on each team as the team leader has to have at least premium time. Wait. One player, spectator or otherwise, in the lobby must... Wait a second. Clear the private lobby. Okay, I can't launch, okay. For a second I thought it was going to allow me to launch separately and just kind of walk around the map. That would be really good. Instead, what you probably have to do is get like at least one friend or two friends to join you, or have two secondary accounts that are just kind of meh. Then again, but both have to have premium time, so it's kind of a waste. Map fixes and changes. Here we go. Canyon Network fixed the shadowing issue around rocks in E5. Also an issue with the water shading in B5, and also it fixed an issue with rocks under the water that were catching on people's feet at C5. Caustic Valley, they fixed some issues with some invisible geometry, basically where you go to shoot around something and you still hit it even though it's like a foot away. River City, they removed the skybox, pinning a visual beautification pass. Basically, they just changed the sky. Basically, just want to make it look better. Let's see here. Fixing an issue where jet streams are not attached to the jets. I have no idea what it's talking about there. Maybe jump jets, but it would say jump jets. So I'm thinking it's drop jet. It's the drop ships. There was an issue in F5 where you could hit some stuff, but there was nothing there. They fixed that. Also, there was an obstruction issue with Tomex walking at slow speeds would collide with overhead pipes. There was a couple spots where even I'd be running in the hunchback underneath a building, and I would have clearance. I'd even look, but for somehow I'd still be hitting my head. Tourmaline Desert, the collision meshes, they've been globally reworked, meaning that when you try to shoot around a corner, from now on, it actually works. So if you give me a second here, I will show you what I mean. Tourmaline Desert. when you used to be able to shoot, like you'll see in the screen here, like you'll see basically what happened is the meshes were different than the graphics. So
Target acquired.
you'll see right here, for example, right? You'll see now. Yeah, okay, it misses, but now it missed. Oh crap!
Heat level critical.
Hold on 1 second. Most of my weapons are on the right hand side here, so we're gonna change it. We're gonna go this way. Pew, 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 pew. So we're gonna use this spot up here as a.
Heat level critical.
I love this guy. Alright, so
Airstrike online.
this thing right here, you'll notice that when you shoot, it now goes right through and hits the dirt. Perfectly. See? It used to kind of look like it was hitting something like that, but it would go across. So like there was a good like little invisible outer edge going around this. They fixed that so it no longer does that. There's some issues in Verde Bog where there's some crap that people were walking into that you should be able to walk over or get away from. They fixed all that. Frederick Forge, they fixed an issue with the gate ramp. Also some invisible walls in the E3, E4 spot. And they fixed, yet again, they fiddled with the sky. There's been 3 mech fixes, or changes, I'll say. They're to Cheetah. They changed some UV and texture issues on the arms. The Ebon Jaguar, they fixed an issue with their smoke effects from overheating. It wouldn't appear. You would basically overheat, and then you wouldn't get a notification. You know, the hotter you get on some maps, you can see steam and stuff coming off your guy. The Jaguar did not get that. It would just shoot, 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 shoot. If you had override locked, you wouldn't even get a physical response from the smoke or whatever. And then the urban mech, the second and tertiary channels for the Karita pattern have been swapped to their proper positions. The dragon detail is now mapped to the tertiary channel. Basically, they just fucked up the colors. Other fixes and changes: ping indicators have been added to the server selection play now pop-up windows. No, they haven't. The select mech screen will now provide you with some options when accessed from the home and mech lab menus. Loadout, camo, spec, etc. That's when you go here. It's the options it gives you there. Basically, it opens with the mech lab. That's exactly what it is. I mean, look. It's the mech lab. Like, it's the mech lab. The only other option is there's a back button. Fixed an issue where gamma and brightness sliders were not functioning. Had that issue. I have headaches and get migraines a lot, so I turn down the gamma sometimes a lot. A couple times it hasn't worked. I had to log out, log back in. A couple times and it worked. They fixed some issues with wireframes. The issue with the layout gate banners were missing textures on one side or for all the community warfare maps. Fixed an issue where plasma ball standing cockpit item would appear as a white square under thermal vision. Okay. There'd be a white sphere then. Result: several crashes users could experience at the front end in a match. Loading into the front end or a match. That'd be me from last week. And changes to improve 64 client bit performance. Okay, so that's the thing right there. Several crashes were fixed in this match. They won't say what they were. They just kind of gave a generic at the front end. So if you were kind of around here, crashes could you have during the match, and then the front end or in a match. So that's when you were actually loading. So for example, for me, last weekend I should say, during the tournament, I would be trying to load a match and it would kick me back into the mech lab, or it would crash altogether. I think I sent one night about eight crash reports. So Here we go. So the new mechs that are allowed to be bought, obviously, because they have to make their money, right? This current moment, the Executioner D, B, A, and Prime are all available now for MC. They'll be available for C-Bills as of September 1st. Some people don't even realize that in these patches, they tell you ahead of time when things will be available for cash, and here it is, September 1st. The Executioner will be available for money. So with that in mind, the D is 7,000 MC, the B is 7,280, the A is 7,170, the Prime is 7,070. Now there is some apparent known issues with the patch already. Gotta love this, right? So they release it and say, oh, by the way, this is what we broke. And here we go. Known issues in this patch. Issue number 1, Select Mech. Through Select Mech, selecting a trial mech, and then selecting any other mech will prompt you with changes will be lost message. Had that a couple times. Saving a camo spec or loadout change while inside the Select Mech may not update the portrait until you leave the Select Mech screen. Understandable. Spectator mode. Vision mode carries over to Spectate Frame Cam if a previous spectated player had engaged thermal or night vision. Basically, if I hopped into, say I was watching, I use the guys in my unit, Ridge for example. Watching him, he has thermal on. I switch over to the Baron. And he, doesn't matter what he sees, it's on that thermal. So basically, if one person's got nothing on, the other person has thermal on, and I switch over to that person, I don't see that. I just see normal. Returning to free cam after spectating a player may cause the spectator to hear a constant engine idle noise. Basically, so that's when your mech just kind of sits there and makes that little sound. You'll end up hearing that the entire time. Apparently, it's very annoying. Then create a private lobby, assigning yourself as a spectator, and then switching back to being a regular player prevents you from being able to launch the match. Meaning that if you go from player to spectator back to player, you can't. You actually got to go. We actually have to exit and then be re-invited. And last but not least, community warfare. Mech images inside the scoreboard screen may appear enlarged or selected or highlighted repeatedly. Oh. Oh my god. This is awesome. I didn't even think of this. Obviously, we don't care what's going on in the background right now, but that is the best thing ever, except that did not update. When we go to the 5D, Forcer, Inner Sphere, owned only. So what we're gonna go in real quick, and we're going to just change the loadout on each and every single one of our mechs here real quick. So really what I get near the top there was the option. Aha! Next one was the grasshopper. Oh, grasshopper. Boom, boom. I still have, I might lose 2 tons of jump jets, yeah, because I got 6 tons of jump jets. I might dump some jump jets to get myself some more armor in my legs, in my center torso, in my torso. Boom, you've updated. The other one was the Thunderbolt that I got for free in one of the tournaments. We're gonna go down one, save, go back up, save, and I think that's it. Go with faction. We're gonna click Planet Potato. Oh my god, that is just so awesome. Edit. Oh, Planet Potato. I love this. This is really good. I'm also thinking probably when you're done a match, it will probably update these as well. I love it. I gotta admit, I like that. Just that alone. Just seeing this. Click Planet Potato, and then you just see that right there. That is just... that is phenomenal. That is amazing, and that is just beautiful. Just beautiful. Well, that's been just a quick little 50-minute video on our little live stream here of the patch review of patch 1.3.416. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and watch future videos. There'll be more coming out this week. Almost one live stream at least a week, about an hour or so, plus additional videos and stuff like that. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and other things as well. Lots of stuff coming up in the next little bit. Lots of stuff to have fun with, and all that stuff. So thanks for watching, and have a good evening. Bye-bye, everybody. And that wasn't full screen. There we go. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.